Hello everybody and welcome back to Animal Crossing City Folk. We have mail. It's from Snowman. Snowmaster Steven. I'm giving this snowman chair to you to thank you for making me. I understand it's good for sitting I understand it's good for sitting though. I've never sat personally. I can read. Yeah, there's our first piece of the snowman set. That is how you get the snowman set, is you have to build perfect snowmen. Every time. Also, I am still congested. I've noticed I've just been congested whenever I wake up lately. Like, I've been awake for close to 3 hours now, and I'm still congested. So, yeah. It'll probably go away within about the next hour or so, but I didn't want to wait any longer to record. I just wanted to record, partially because I wanted to go back to sleep. Because we have, in real life, we have people coming in today to, replace our furnace. And they're going to be coming in around, like, 8. So, I want to get a little more sleep before they show up. Which is also why, for anyone who might be wondering, why the streams have just kind of stopped, aside from my sleep schedule has not been great. I have been doing my best to fix my sleep schedule, and I've basically had it fixed, and then realized, oh wait, tomorrow. Yeah. So. Not exactly the best. Though hopefully, I have it fixed enough to the point where, after the furnaces were, by the time this video comes out anyway, streams will be back to normal. Oh my god, he's so cute. Sup, little buddy. It's a bummer about being a snowman. Winter. It's the only season I've ever seen. Heard there are some seasons out there. Well, nice seasons out there. Wish I could give one of them a try. Well, you're about to go away even though it is winter. Which is very unlike a snowman. They usually just chill until the weather actually, like, changes. But I guess, you know, he's just made of quick melt snow. I have not seen a snowball yet. Oh, there. As I say it, here it is. But okay, so there's one of our snowballs. I'm gonna try and actually talk more while building the snowman today. Because I realized, even just like, while playing yesterday, that I really do not talk while building snowmen. And as I mentioned yesterday, it is because I am so focused on trying to build the snowman right. That I'm just like, I shouldn't talk. If I talk, then I could mess this up. Though I don't even know what proportions I particularly need to build a good snowman. You know, these magical snowmen in Animal Crossing taught me that I've always been building snowmen wrong. Thinking I built them for where I lived, which, you know, would get quite windy, and then they'd fall over if they were too head heavy, and then that would mean you'd have to build another one. I mean, it's just how it worked. I mean, I'd never overly cared about having to build multiple snowmen, but I was also that kind of person that I just built them on my own. Occasionally, like, I'd ask, like, my older sister if she wanted to go build a snowman with me. And she'd occasionally say yes. Most of the time, she'd say no. Which would generally leave me building it by myself, because my older brothers just wouldn't. What? What rock did I miss? Did I hit the one by the museum? May as well check for the snowball down here. Yep, I just saw a dig spot. Yeah, here's the other snowball. Oh yeah. Wait, I'll push this from the other side. That makes more sense. Also, I kind of want to talk about something competitive Pokemon related. And I say kind of because it's monotype I want to talk about, which isn't the most competitive of metagames. Especially because it's literally just, it's monotype. There is no tier list. It's just monotype. There we go, get that through there. And part of what I want to talk about is just how disappointing Black Kyurem is in monotype. Like, I was looking through the dragons, and I noticed Black Kyurem was playable. Like, the other Kyurem forms, including just Kyurem himself, are banned. Black Kyurem is not. So I was like, okay, it's a really hard-hitting physical attacker. Yeah, that sounds amazing. And I built a dragon team around him because I like the dragons. I know I'd run into fairies, but I actually didn't with the team before I just got sick of it and deleted it because I just, And this is monotype on Pokemon Showdown. I don't have the patience for actual competitive training. Especially because there's not a whole lot of point to it. But okay. But like, I'm almost positive that Black Kyurem is being artificially weakened somehow. And I say this because in multiple instances, I think I had him choice scarfed, Black Kyurem, was dealing less damage than my also choice scarfed Haxorus. Both using literally the same attacks against the same Pokemon in the same battle. Which is a little sketch, really. Like, honestly, that is probably what broke my sleep schedule, was me getting so angry about that. Because I'm not usually one for getting angry at games, as anyone who might have watched the streams would know. I get mad at either other players for just being bad in places they really should not even be. Which is where a lot of my Splatoon salt comes from. Or if the game itself is literally cheating. Because then it's not my fault I've lost, it's the game has just caused me to lose. Which I think everyone can agree is just not fun. Let's try this. Shivering snowflakes! Look at this craftsmanship! My perfect roundness, this balance of body and head. There's not an ounce of criticism I can give. You know that you've rolled together the happiest guy in this whole winter wonderland. Should have a title. Henceforth your Lord Freezing with 10 a lot. I gotta go. There we go, another perfect snowman. I like building perfect snowmen. I think I figured it out. Though I only know it by look. I wouldn't be able to describe that to anybody. You know what? This looks kind of red. It's kimono, but... I'll wear this. It's red enough. I will probably find like an online design for a Santa shirt and then copy it. It sounds like the best course of action. But like, I can't say for certain if it is. It might just be Black Kyurem actually really sucks at physically attacking for, like, somehow. Well, I should go identify this fossil first. I should go dig up that other fossil first. What are we doing, brain? Sorry, Nook. I didn't mean to come in here yet. But like when it literally feels like he's being outperformed by my normal monotype team, where the strongest like sweeper on the team is a Staraptor. Most versatile is a Mega Pidgeot, but the highest stat strongest is a Staraptor. Like, I just don't get it. Also, can I just say, people that like Chansey stall or just Toxic stall in general in Monotype really should have their ability to play Monotype revoked. I have no problems with doing that in standard play, because in standard play it just encourages better team building. Like, you know, that Chansey stall is going to fall to a Toxicroak. Or a Gliscor. Or anything that just doesn't care about its poison. Because without it, it's going to run out of PP first. And it's going to struggle itself to death. But in Monotype, you really can't have diverse team building. There isn't a Steel or Poison type for every type. Or at the very least, there isn't a usable one. Like, that is an important thing, is they're not always usable. If they were, I wouldn't have a problem. I mean, I've seen some people that are clearly siding in Tentacruels into their water teams purely because of stallers. And then they'll not use their Tentacruel right, and it'll die, and then they'll lose to the staller anyway. Because that's kind of another thing, is a lot of people need to learn how to use their Pokemon better. And the way I've always described competitive battling to people is it's basically like an airplane fight. You're both trying to gain the advantage. You're not going to, if you're flying an aircraft and you're being attacked by somebody, you are not going to keep flying a straight line. You're going to dodge and weave and try and get behind them, because that's where you want to be. You might take a few hits in the process, but you're gonna do it. Like, that's basically how competitive Pokemon battling works. You're going to switch out and try and gain an advantageous matchup over your opponent. You might take a few hits on the Pokemon you're switching into. Usually it's only a single hit. But you've now gained the advantage, meaning it was worth it. Now your opponent is very likely going to switch, and your job is to basically predict what they're going to do. Which is why some people that refuse to switch no matter what their opponent has out can sometimes actually pick up wins, is because they're literally playing so stupidly their opponent doesn't think they're actually that dumb. I mean, to simply put, they are that plane that keeps flying forward. But the attacker decides, well, there's no way they're going to do this, so they start to weave and somehow end up in front of this other plane. Like, that's basically how, you know, works out. I know multiple people that play competitive formats on Showdown and never switch. And they pick up the occasional win. And they use that as proof as to why switching is pointless. And it's because they can pick up the occasional win not switching. And I'm sure a plane in battle could pick up the occasional kill without ever evading someone who's behind it. Doesn't change the fact it's a very dumb way to fly. Like, I'll never understand that reasoning of, because it works occasionally, that means everything else is pointless. But, like, you'll see that mindset everywhere. Sorry, I had to actually listen for that. Like, also I apologize for that light snuff. That was literally just me breathing in. Yes, I'm gonna be breathing through my mouth for a bit, because that is disgusting. But, like, I'm very much one that, if anyone ever wanted, like, competitive Pokemon advice, I could probably give it. And I would happily sit for hours just tutoring on how competitive Pokemon works. Because I understand team building. I understand how to play. I just don't have the patience to actually do it in-game. And when I say competitive, I mean Smogon competitive, not Nintendo competitive. I could talk to you for hours about Nintendo competitive as well, but just of how bad it is. But that's mostly because double battles take away that vying for position, and more just encourage bringing a team that's good against almost everything else from the start. Because the thing to note is, a lot of times in, say, standard singles competitive, say your opponent has a Darmanitan in. So this would be OU. You want to switch into your Gliscor. You have something not that physically resistant out front. Let's say, no, that would be a terrible for sake of argument thing, because, yeah, you have a Alolan Raichu out. So, you're gonna hard switch into your Gliscor. And that opposing Darmanitan just decides to make the safe play and just flare blitzes you. Well, that Gliscor is probably still taking 30-40% of its life in damage from that flare blitz. Because, let's face it, a sheer force Darmanitan wrecks things with flare blitz. Now imagine that in a double battle, where you have a Pokemon out your opponent wants to get rid of, and they have the advantage against that you want to switch out. You could switch it out, but whatever you're switching it out into is probably about to die, because of just how much damage is going to be coming in. It doesn't help that the majority of the doubles metagame is sweepers. Like, it's high attack, high speed Pokemon. Because, well, you want to beat your opponent before they can beat you. And with not much in the way to encourage switching, you know, it's just kind of silly. I mean, like, your only option for doing a switch safely is to have a Greninja and have it mat block as you're switching with the other Pokemon. So effectively, you're accomplishing nothing for the turn in a double battle, so you can safely switch one Pokemon out. Like, that just doesn't make sense. That's why very few people do it, if anyone does it. It makes more sense to just grab your one Primal Pokemon, assumably grab an Aegislash or a Mega Kangaskhan or one of the other big power Megas, And then a team of OU sweepers. I would say a full team of Uber's sweepers, but Nintendo has slowly been implementing actual rules around this stuff after the ORAS format, where every team was running basically Smeargle, Arceus, Primal Kyogre, Primal Groudon. That was basically every team. Hey, Nana. Hey there, S-Spot. S-Spot. You know I've been calling you S-Spot for a while now. Maybe it's time I gave you a special nickname, just for you, Vimo. Really? Yeah, hang on a second. It's Muffin. What do you think? I think it suits you really well, Vimo. Sure. Oh, awesome. I'm so glad you like it, Vimo. I mean, you'd better like it, because that's what I'm calling you from now on, Muffin. Fair enough. But, like, the ORAS Nintendo format is what truly put the nail in the coffin for me. Because, like, you'd also see the occasional, like, Landorus and Thundurus in there as well. Because they're also incredibly powerful Pokemon. And Nintendo gave everyone a... Oh, right! Because it passed 5, we have our next letter from our next Snowman. So we got a Snowman Dresser! Yeah! I will, actually no, I could put these down now. By just replacing the things we've got down. Slowly turn our room into a snow-based room. You know, this dresser here, well, I'm just gonna pick it up. Move present. Open present. Right, I need to... Oh. Oh. How big is this thing? Right, it's a too wide thing. I want the train set still in here. You know what? I am fine with that for now. Keyword there is for now. Yeah, I can still get in here. This is pretty accurate as to how my room actually is, so I don't mind. My desk is like giving me half a wall part of the way through my room. Because it's such a long desk, but I don't know right where I actually want it. I've been thinking of moving it, but that's going to take a lot of work. And there's our snowman, sure. And we can sit at our birthday cake. I just have to remember that that is there, so I'm going to have to walk around it every day, but... yeah, that works. And I'm going to stop just ranting about Pokemon now and end this off, because it's been like 24-ish minutes. So, yeah. That, I'd like to remind everyone, I do have a Patreon, should you wish to throw money at my face. If you don't want to or just can't, it's perfectly fine. There is a link down below, however, if you are interested in taking a look. And with that said, I thank you all very much for watching, and hope to see you again next time for more Animal Crossing City Folk. See you all then.